All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, July 26th, 27th. Wow. Snuck away from me. And we are here on the Monday morning conference call. I very much appreciate your patience. I'm having technical difficulties with my headset this morning, so never fails. But we'll keep it interesting and we'll move it right along. So this morning we've got first things first is trainings this week. We'll go through the training calendar. Not a lot going on because, as you know, we have AHIP that's been released, and most all of the carriers have been released on their certifications for 2021. So you really want to spend your time getting those out of the way. And on average, each of those certifications are going to take you about 2 to 3 hours on average. Some of them take longer, some of them take a little bit less time. But that's what you should be focusing on if you're not going to be doing any trainings on this week. But so the first one up is at 10 o'clock this morning. We have Molina's Medicare supplement benefits. For those of you that are selling Molina Medicare, they're kind of making a little push here into Central Florida. So if you're contracted with Molina, you can learn about their supplemental benefits. And then tomorrow, they're doing their enrollment options, which they are also doing an EAP system for Molina Medicare. So that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the enrollment options. On Thursday the 30th, you've got a coffee and chat with Al and Deb here in Central Florida. That's for United Healthcare at 9 o'clock on Thursday the 30th. And remember, they're doing coffee and chats all over the country, so wherever you're at, you can check the United Healthcare training calendar and jump in there, and you can have a coffee with one of the managers there. So most all the managers now are willing to jump on a video call with you individually. So if you have questions about the product, or maybe you're feeling a little bit lost, or you need marketing tips, those managers are there to answer those questions. So take advantage of them. They've usually done sales in the past, especially for that particular carrier, because they'll be able to share their secrets and tips. So moving on Thursday the 30th at looks like 11:30, Devoted will be doing a coffee and chat. Looks like they're following suit, and that's for the Jacksonville market. So those of you in Jacksonville, Devoted will be doing a coffee and chat with their manager up there. And then finally on the 31st, Friday at 9:30, United Healthcare is doing their lean and electronic scope of appointment training. That's hosted again by Al and Deb, which is local here. But again, you can jump on any of the national trainings. Just make sure you check your calendars on the training decks and your emails specifically for your market. They'll be able to help you with that. Like I said before, AHIP is out, so make sure that you're getting that AHIP done. It's really important because it does take a lot of time. You're looking at spending about 4 hours, good 4 hours, going through that test and taking all the information and making sure that you're retaining it. That's the most important part. I will tell you, don't do the clicky. You really need to pay attention. There's a couple of big changes in there, and we just want to make sure that you are knowledgeable, because remember, you're representing Medicare information out there. You're representing the health insurance carriers. So people are going to turn to you as the educator. So you got to be knowledgeable about your material. So take your time, understand the material, and become an expert. It is most important. All right, so most recently we've added a few features onto our reporting tool. Again, our app report we send out every Monday and Thursday. That's where you see your sales numbers. If you don't see your name on the board and you have completed sales, please send us an email. Jonathan Minotti or Sergio will add you to that Medicare App Report. But we're now calling it the App Report because most recently we have added the ACA line of business. So if you're also doing individual families, if you're doing Medicare supplements, if you're doing prescription drug products, we now have sections out so you can add those products and keep your book of business in order. So remember, reporting your sales helps you build out your CRM system. I'm going to send out a video later today about why you should be using your reporting tool. So all the great reasons on why you should be doing that, and a little tutorial just in case you're not familiar on how to report your sales. And then again, go in there, look, you've got the ACA products in there, and that's just to better organize your CRM system. So, when AEP comes, you can look it up quickly and you can see exactly what products those people are on. So that's with that. Just take a minute if you're doing any reporting just to slow down and check out the new app. So deal of the week right now, we've got a lot of the carriers rolling out their new marketing portals. There's lots of great marketing materials out there. So the deal of the week is if you go into one of the marketing portals, whether it's United Healthcare or Humana or Devoted or Bright Health, and you find a flyer that you like, that you want to have printed out, if you create that flyer, we will get it printed out for you. So once you get that flyer created, there's going to be a little download button. You can download the flyer, and then you can send it off to one of us at HPM, and we'll be able to get those flyers printed for you. So this is just in preparation and making sure that you're ready for AEP, but also those of you that are doing marketing right now, don't slow down. Get those flyers out there, put them around the complexes, the senior centers. People are still going to the pharmacy. I could see that happening a lot. Doctors' offices, they're still going there. Grocery stores, the little bodegas, people still have to buy food, right? So these are great places to drop flyers, brochures, or any other marketing materials that you think would be great in the hands of your prospects. So that's the deal of the week. Just make sure that you get that done and out to us ASAP, and we will get those printed for you. Talking about AEP, just remember that you need to be prepared, and the first step in being prepared is making sure that you have all your clients organized. And this is the best time of year to call your clients, touch base with them, make sure that you have the correct address. If their phone number went down, you got to have another point of contact. Sometimes people change their phone numbers. So make sure that you have up-to-date addresses, phone numbers, and a great talking point is emails. Emails, as you know, a lot of people, you can do marketing with emails now to prospects, but also for your customers. A lot of these folks are on Facebook, and in order to be on Facebook, you have to have an email address. And emails, just a quick stat here, people will move, people will change their phone number before they change their email address. I personally have had my email for over 20 years, one of my emails that I've kept. But, it does happen, so just make sure, that you're grabbing emails, especially for those seniors that you maybe had helped maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's a great time to say, hey, look, I never had your email on file. Do you have an email I can add on there just to stay in touch? And I think that's really important as you're moving forward. So that way, when you're sending out your letters, you don't have letters coming back. When you're making your phone calls, people are answering the phone. You're sending your text messages, they're getting to the right cell phone. And when you're sending emails, they're going to the right emails. So make sure that your data is clean and ready to go because we are going to be helping you with book of business mailers in the fall, especially those folks that have the CRM system. A lot of that is going to be automated. We're working on that right now. So that way all your folks are getting the letter right about the same time, well before AEP starts, so you can start setting up your appointments for open enrollment. So last thing I want to talk about this morning is what's happening out in the world. And there's still a lot of doubt. There's a lot of frustration. Are things going to go back to normal? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But I can tell you, at least here in Florida, things have gotten a lot worse. I believe that it's possible that we'll have another shutdown. And then in the fall, it is flu season again. So is this thing gonna, get worse again before it gets better? You need to have a plan. So some of you I've talked to and you feel a little lost. You're not sure what activity you need to do, but you can still do a lot of massive action to get results. And so I'm going to read off a couple of things that you can be doing right now in order to get sales today and then also to prepare for open enrollment. So the first thing is add your clients to Facebook. So I was just talking about how you can call them and make sure all their information is up to date. But also, hey, are you on Facebook? Go out there and add them on Facebook. That's just another touch point. You let them into your life, and then you can kind of see what's going on with them. But if you're posting things on Facebook about, Medicare or individual family plans, or hey, it's open enrollment, or I'm having an event over here, these are great things that you want to promote on Facebook, especially with all these carriers that are doing Facebook marketing, where they can actually create ads and leads for you, and you can go out there and post those things. So you have the tools available, but if you don't have an audience, it's going to make it feel like there's not a lot going on. So it's important that you check out those trainings for Facebook, but add your folks to Facebook. I think it's a great tool to use for marketing and to prepare for open enrollment. Train on these remote systems. E-apps are going to be a big thing. People may not want to see you in the home, so you have to be familiar with the e-app systems. How can I do a full compliant presentation from start to finish while sitting from home? And you can do it now, especially on Medicare. ACA, it's a breeze because we use Health Sherpa. Very, very easy. Again, if you don't have Health Sherpa, just let us know. We can send out an email and get that done for you. But please make sure that you've got your e-app system training done. That's really, really important. Another thing that you could be working on right now is reviewing your commissions. I know many of you enjoy getting that check every Friday or every Thursday or whenever the carriers are paying you. But are you really going in there, deep diving and making sure that you're getting paid for every single client? And if you're not, why not? Did the person disenroll? Maybe there's an error in commissions. Maybe you lost a client. And these are all things that you could really take advantage of at this time by just slowing down, going into your commissions and making sure you're getting paid for what you need to be. And honestly, I can tell you that there are folks that have done this and have found errors from the carriers and are getting payments back. And it's pretty nice to see that people are taking the time to make sure that you're getting paid correctly. So that's on the commissions. I've already talked to you about making sure you're collecting email addresses, but this is also, again, great time to call your book of business and getting ready. The other thing you can do is send out cards, birthday cards, thank you cards, just thinking about you cards. There's so many different things that you can send out to people. There's actually a service called Send Out Cards. So if you don't want to manually do your thank you cards, they can have somebody put all this together. You just upload your list and they send it out to your clients. So Send Out Cards, I think it's sendoutcards.com if you want to do that. But again, another touch point, and it kind of helps clean up your list right now too. So for instance, if you send out a card and it comes back, you know that the address is bad, and you want to call that person and say, hey, Mrs. Jones, I sent you a birthday card, but it came back. I was just making sure you didn't move or something happened to you, and that way you can update your information in your data. So data is king. And then really the last thing here is we have our plan A and we have our plan B. Many of you that have been in this business for a while, you know what you have to do for open enrollment. You know what to do to prepare, but things have changed. So do you have a plan B? What is that plan B? If you don't have a plan right now, now is a great time to start building out a plan for when this thing hopefully goes back to normal. Or if it doesn't, what is your plan of action? What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be doing enrollments to make sure you're successful in the business? And so with that, I am going to stop there. We're going to do a short call today, and I am going to open it up to questions, so bear with me one here. And again, I don't have my headset, so we're going to see how this works. For some reason, it wasn't working this morning, so let me go ahead. Any questions this morning for me? All right. Well,
good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Gene. Gene, I'm sorry. I just joined in because I switched to a different phone, and I didn't get a chance to get in, in time, and I appreciated the fact that Eva just sent me the information. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah, you got it. So late, or if you can't make calls, just remember that we are recording these out on YouTube as well, so I'll be sending you guys out a link usually either Tuesday or Wednesday during the week, and it has a recap of the videos. So if you're not on YouTube, go out there and subscribe. Just type in Health Plan Markets, you'll find us, and that way you can subscribe to our channel and you'll know exactly when the video is set up there, and you can review the call that we did today. So if you were late, no problem. We have it recorded and you can go back and review it at any time. So great point. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Gene.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, any other questions for me this morning?
Nope.
All right, fantastic. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody for being on the call this morning, and we're here to help. Have a great week, and thank you for being on the call.